between ours. And we're live.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, so Casey and I scheduled this before we knew everybody else was scheduling. So if you're joining us, thank you very much. We know that there's lots of things to choose from, and glad you're choosing us. And we are going to start talking about Joefest. We're both going. We got stuff planned, and I'm opening up a new window to share with everybody. So how you doing, Casey?
I'm doing good. Yep. Took today off.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. We have our granddaughter for the whole weekend, so
Oh, that's great.
Yep.
Take her to any toy shows or toy stores?
Nah. Just spend time with her around here.
Oh, well, that's cool. It's quality time.
Yep.
So I'm just bringing up the Facebook page for Joefest because they've been making announcements.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Adam Riches is the latest announcement.
He's cool.
He's a good dude. I have a whole bunch of his covers signed. I picked those up at JoeCon 2017. Yeah, let's see. We can go into percent.
I got a print he did of Bomb Strike. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That for me. Yeah. It was really nice.
And share. There we go. So I figured the easiest way is start by looking at the exhibitors, vendors, and artist alley tables. So, well, that's not the right page. Guests and vendors. So, all right, let's get that squared away. So, Casey, were you you take a look at things that people that are coming and things that you are looking forward to doing over at the old Joefest 2025?
I usually just catch them when Ed puts them up. Because I don't think they've got a panel list out yet and schedule. If they do, I missed it. I always look forward to that.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen anything like that too, but I have been paying attention to the guest list.
Mm-hmm.
And number one with a bullet, Larry Hama.
Yep, for sure.
And then we have just the ones that are popping off of my. We got Francois Chow, and he was the voice of Quick Kick. He's a really nice guy. I don't. Have you ever met him before?
No, but I want to get a like black and white 8x10 of his character from Lost. Have him sign that.
He was also in the great sci-fi show. Oh God, it was on Sci-Fi, and then it moved to Amazon. It was God, I can't think of the name. I watched 4 of the 6 seasons. Oh God, it'll come to me. The spaceship with the Rocinante.
It's not the Expanse, is it?
Yes, the Expanse. He's in the Expanse too. Expanse is one of my favorite all-time sci-fi shows.
Never seen it. But Matt speaks highly of it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Go, Matt. I agree with you. So moving down, we got Brian Cummings, Dr. Mindbender. Ron Rudat.
Legend.
Yeah, legend of G.I. Joe, designer of 120 plus figures. Eric Arana, he is not from, oh gosh, I want to say Super 7, but not Super 7. I'm maybe Boss Fight. He's been in he's been in the toy game a while. He's part of one of the larger independents. We got Jamie Sullivan.
Good to see him there.
Yep. Keone Young, Storm Shadow.
And
Mark.
I always think of him from Deadwood. Love his
Yeah,
character in Deadwood.
yeah. I didn't. How is Deadwood? Do you recommend it?
I would. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll catch it. Mark Pennington. I got a sketch from him last year. You know, worked on the Joe brand in the '80s. We have John Earl,
You
another
know,
artist.
he designed our special Joefest logo that'll be on our shirts.
Ooh,
It's really nice.
that's cool. Cool. Let's see what we've got. Matthew LaCroix from LaCroix's Toys.
Very talented.
And let's see, Doug Hart, another legend of GI Joe design.
And J.E. Russell, couple up there. He does Dime Novel Legends. Those are
Okay.
amazing figures.
And we have Adam Riches, which we just talked about. And yeah, those are my highlights for guests.
I think right between Matthew LaCroix and J.E. Russell, I want to say he's the designer of AWOC, Animals of the Warrior Kingdom.
Okay.
Those are very nice figures.
Yeah, so we got the vendor list of everybody going to be there. You know, Marauder, Gunrunner, Skeletron,
Mm-hmm.
Savage Crucible, Operation Recall.
Four
Oh, that's
Horsemen?
cool.
Nice.
Four Horsemen, yeah. So I mean, I think it's pretty cool. Operation Recall is getting a bigger spot because Carson doesn't do enough at Joe Fest.
Right.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I maybe this year he's got like 3 clones of himself running around. So, but that's good center aisle, and then we got all the other people coming in. The finest toy department.
Toy
There's your
Federation.
Toy Federation, Stupid Buddy Studios, Robot Chicken, and
Now, aren't they having I don't know if it's them, but somebody's doing a Fumbles figure for Joe Fest.
I think that's LaCroix, Matthew
Oh
LaCroix.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I gotta
it's an
get one of those.
O-ring.
Yeah.
And do you see that it's coming with like a repaint or a Manta homage?
Yeah.
Dude, that's gonna be sick.
It's always Fumbles.
Oh, it was always fumbles. Yeah. Did you see the art John Earl did for it?
I did not.
Oh, John Earl did some art for fumbles, and
Oh,
it's
yes, I did see that now.
yeah. And
It
then
was
I commented on that. I was like, "Good job, Trouser Snake."
that would make a good shirt. That thing he did for Fumbles, that would make a good shirt design.
Who knows? You might see it.
Yeah.
There's I hear there's lots of new shirts coming to Joe Fest.
Yeah.
Then let's see, we got Tourney of Dreams.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah, Heritage Auctions. Oh, the SoCal Joe Show is going to be there.
Two
That's going to be,
booths.
and then Delta 17,
3 booths.
3 booths. Yeah. Sarge, the Sarge is back.
Yes.
Call Sign Longbow, Marauder Gunrunners, Skeletron, Chicken Fry Toys.
Yeah.
And Keone Young. Let's see. James Hitchcock's got 2. And look at Destro's Toy down with 4 of them.
Todd always has a killer setup.
Oh yeah. And he's got everything from the common stuff to the rare stuff. He's got
missiles and stuff that
yeah.
parts.
Yeah, he's where I bought my my Arpuro, the Tiger Force Airtight. So yeah, he's got good stuff. Brian Cussin, he's going to be there. I mean, this is Operation Rehaul.
Super 7. I was under the impression for a long time that they weren't going to be there, but I'm glad to see they are.
Yeah, that was announced this morning, if I
Mhm.
remember right. That was announced. Oh, geez. Let's see. Where is it? It was, 6 hours ago.
Yeah, that's
So,
good news, though.
yeah, looking forward to Super 7. Maybe try to talk to Brian a little bit, Brian Flynn, and
Mhm.
just, he's had some crappy, he's had to make some really hard business decisions. It's not an easy job.
No, especially nowadays.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Codename
Now,
Iowa is going to be there.
I'd love to talk to Brian Flynn just about, Motu Classics. That would be awesome.
Let's see. Joe Declassified. I can't wait to see what they bring. They always bring some esoteric, like wild stuff that you haven't seen before. Two ups. Last year, I remember they had like almost a complete collection of the t-shirts, and they had some of the '95 Battle Corps Commandos, the Ninja Commandos, which you could have also bought a couple booths down for 13 grand for the set.
It's insane.
I was like, it'd be cool, but no offense for me, it's not that kind of cool.
Yeah, there's no toy worth that to me.
No, it is when you get into that level of collecting, you got to be well heeled and not need anything else.
Exactly.
Ooh, Savage Crucible coming in. Ramen toys. Let's see. Yeah. G.I. Jason. Don't know who he is. Eric Aranya.
More Savage Crucible.
So I bet you 10-1, it's like a 4 around.
I would think so. Yeah,
Ooh, Henry Kaufman. He's always big in the groups, helping people out in the Facebook groups.
that's good.
And let's see.
Full Horseman.
Yep. Chosen Prime. Bond 007 Comics. I think he's the guy I always buy some comics from every year. But I'm pretty much. Oh, we're getting to the back wall now. John Earl. After Action Report. Dan
Those are some nice
Klingensmith.
guys. Yeah. Oh, Dan Klingensmith.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. And yeah. So now second floor. So you see this U3 and U4,
Mhm.
that means there's still booths open. So what are they? What do we got over here? FarleyCon.
Now I'm picturing second floor. Where would that be at? I mean, is it just down the aisleway, the hallway?
It's got to be. It's got to be when you go off the floor and up the stairs to the panel room. I
Mhm.
bet you that's the rooms that is adjacent to that. That's the big room adjacent to that. Didn't they do the
Or
custom class there?
or here's a thought. Maybe the panel room they moved that to one of those little rooms and using that as a second floor. I don't know.
No.
We'll find
I
out.
mean, yeah, Ed knows that, what he's got to work with and work on, and he's made strides. I've only gone twice,
Mhm.
but I could definitely tell an improvement from the first year I was there to the second year there. So
Yeah.
he's a guy that listens and improvises and adapts.
I just think he's going to do something different this year because of the whole mess with the panels going on as the lobby swap was going on. We couldn't hear anything. So
But
that's why I'm thinking maybe they're just going to take that over for that. We'll see.
yeah, we'll see. And then we get the vestibule. So this is the area outside of the show floor on the ground. It's basically the street entrance.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Duffy, Johnson, Fat Crow Vintage Toys, Crimson Toys, 2D Heroes. Paul took a platoon. And then here's exactly where we want to be. Talking Joe podcast, podcast from the pit, Chabs and Sisters Motor Pod, Audible Interlude, Go Figure Action Force 2 podcast, Kitsune Company, and Coleman. But yeah, we're going to be out in the vestibule, and we can go. No, and I think there is a map posted of.
I think we are right in front of registration.
Yeah, I'm looking for the Joefest News Blast. Nope. I will find it. So, anyway.
We'll be there in 2 weeks.
2
weeks
weeks.
from today.
Hey. Hey, Joe Hunter.
Hey, Wes.
Hey, Wes. Yeah, he shared with me. He got the 82 catalog.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
And I have never seen an 82 catalog.
Me either.
I have 83 through whatever it is, 94. I have never once seen an 82. So he shared that video with me today, and I was just like, "Oh wow, gotta watch it."
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, we gotta get Wes doing more videos for his channel.
yeah, he's good dude.
Very, yeah. And we'll
Yeah,
see
so
him in 2 weeks. He's gonna be
yeah,
there. Wes's first Joefest.
good for him. About time.
Yep.
I'm just trying to find there is a floor map somewhere.
I've seen it.
Yeah, but anyway. So, all right. So we went over everybody that's kind of being there, everybody that we know. So I asked you before the show, come up with like 5 things that you're looking forward to at the show. Let's try to do some GI Joe related, but if there's not GI Joe related, we could put that in like a separate list. But
I was gonna say, what if I don't have 5 GI Joe things I'm looking for?
then fine, let's just do whatever.
All right.
So what's the first thing you're looking for, Casey?
All right. Number 5, because I always like to do lists because that's what we do, is actually is a GI Joe classified. I want the Frag Viper. I think it's an amazing figure. I gotta have it. So I will be looking for that.
All right. Now the first thing I'm going to look for is, oh geez, I meant to find it earlier. It's the guy that he did the He-Man inspired 4-inch action figure last year, and before that he did the Create a Cobra 4-inch action figure. So that he's not Chicken Fried Toys. He's usually near Chicken Fried Toys.
I think it's Fresh Monkey Fiction.
Yes,
or he's with Fresh Monkey Fiction, and it's under something else. But that's the booth you'll go to.
Yes. So that is one of the 5 things I'm looking forward to, because I just love the mashups.
Oh yeah, that Skeletor one is awesome. Love it.
I wouldn't mind buying a second one to really mess around with it.
Yeah, me too.
But it's that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
It was really inventive.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I loved it. What was the name of him? It wasn't Skeletor.
It was like Sorcerer.
Something off.
Yeah, and it was in the VHS case. And
yeah.
He had aged it in the image. It was
yeah, very well
good.
Done. Yeah, packaging, figure, all that.
Yeah. And the year before he really knocked my socks off with the Create a Cobra inspired.
Mm-hmm.
And
in a VHS case again. Yeah, it's a great theme. I love it.
Yeah.
It's got that 80s feel. So if I'm going number 4, it would be, and this is just as broad statement of looking for Motu figures I don't have because I know it's GI Joe Fest, but I can get Motu figures cheap there. I always have, and I clean up every year. So I look forward to that. I really do.
Okay. Yeah. So my fourth thing I'm looking for is I'm looking for 1990s figures I don't have cheap on card. I've opened up a few lately,
Hmm.
uh, and getting ready to just looking for something to be inspired. Maybe a mace. I would love to find a mace or maybe even an effects, but I have a feeling he'll be too expensive on card. So I might have to settle for loose complete.
Yeah,
Oh. And Wes is leaving Wednesday afternoon, staying in Baton Rouge, and then early Thursday morning to Augusta Thursday evening.
nice.
So yeah, so Wes, I hope you're staying at the hotel because I'll be there Thursday.
Yep, me too.
Oh, no, this is going to just be Thursday.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
5-day show now.
I'll be there. I'm riding with Matt and his wife, so I'll get there. I want to say 3 o'clock Thursday afternoon, roughly guessing. And we won't leave until Monday morning. So I am excited. I'm looking forward to it. I always do, but every year is just more fun than the last.
Yeah, it is. It's a blast. I look for this is like my event of the year.
Yeah, me too.
So all right.
It's like
So where do we am I is it still my turn for four?
you
No,
said,
90s figures. Oh, yep. So you're three.
okay. Dime Novel Legends, Chicken Fried Toys. I got a bunch of figures last year and I love them. So I'll probably get a few more. I'm hoping he has an exclusive like his Snake Eyes exclusive last year, Western Snake
Okay.
Eyes. It was awesome. So I'm hoping he has another Joe inspired uh, show exclusive. Definitely grab that at least, but I'll probably I think I ended up getting like 15 figures last year.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So my third thing I'm looking for is I'm looking forward to going to the Skeleton booth and getting the Jungle Wolf Trooper. Didn't order it over the last year, just life.
Yeah.
You forget and be like, yeah, that was but seeing you have it and seeing a couple other people post about it, I really, I'm not a big 4-inch guy,
Hmm.
but I like having a nice smattering of 4-inch figures and you know, I just like things that are outside of the GI Joe realm for that scale.
Yeah. I mean, but it could go well with the 4-inch GI Joe line.
Yeah.
So that's yeah. I might get a second one just to open one because I never opened the other one. I like the way it looks on card.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I might get one to open it.
Oh, we're gonna have to meet up with Wes for dinner. So,
Oh, nice.
yep. So we all know each other on Facebook and Instagram. So I'm sure we will message each other to figure out what we're going to do.
Wes, are you staying at the Holiday Inn Express? Because that's real close. Don't stay out in the boonies like Gary did this first year.
Oh, that's the only good thing about staying out of the boonies was it was near that toy and comic shop that you like so much,
Yeah, that's true. And definitely hitting that up Friday. We'll take Wes with us.
right? Oh, he is at the Hilton Spark.
Nice. Okay, so my number two, is that where we're at?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's two
I'm
and a
look
half. Wes, just so you know, Wes is 2.5 miles away,
okay.
and he's using his points.
There you go. I am looking for one specific Mondo figure. It's the Mondo Beastman. That would be my big purchase of the year if I find it.
All right, all right, yeah. So that would be a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the big thing I'm looking for, but I'm not gonna go. Let me worry about my number two, and then we can talk about wish list and stuff. Because I am and see, it's really hard because I know what's my number one thing I want to look for,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe I'll say number two, even though we mentioned it earlier. I'm gonna say I really want fumbles.
Yeah.
Fumbles is the second most thing I'm looking forward to. I really want fumbles more than anything else. Almost more than almost anything else.
All right. It's a good pick. He didn't make my list, but I will be looking for him.
I mean, he comes with a Manta. I'm gonna try to buy two of them, and if
Yeah.
it's limited to one, I'm gonna give you cash, and you can buy a second one.
So my number one, I'm looking forward to the Delta 17 exclusives plus the Hailstorms and the weapons pack. Uh, I plan on spending a lot of time with Delta 17 that weekend.
Yeah, that's my number one too.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the Delta 17 troopers and the weapons. Yeah, just and the Hellstorm. I really want to see the Hailstorm. I really want to see it in person because personally, I don't think any of these pictures I'm seeing online is doing it justice because it's just an interesting concept, and I just want to see it in my hand.
Now, Emerald Emerald Night Photos took the blue one and did a picture with Cobra Commander with it, and it looks like it's straight Cobra, like it's theirs. It looks perfect. So it was really nice.
Yeah. It's definitely that wacky, wild, maybe not wacky, but just that science fiction type
Mhm.
vehicle that, that's totally a Cobra thing.
Oh yeah,
But the funny thing is the two of them, they also look a little bit like Rock'em Sock'em robots.
a little bit. Yeah, yeah.
So it's pretty cool. But yeah, so yeah, what else? So we did our five. So you got anything honorable mention?
Fumbles. Uh, I mean, there's so much stuff that's not toys that I look forward to at Joefest. Hangouts after the show. Uh, sounds boring to people who don't know, but I mean, just hanging out in the lobby, talking to people. That is highlights for me now.
Yeah. And hopefully you can make it to midnight.
Hey, I did last year.
Yeah, you did. No, you're a trooper.
Yeah, the year
I
before, no. No.
Yeah, I was fading at midnight. I was just like, uh,
I just,
but
I don't have, I'm going to try to channel my inner Jason and stay up till 3 or 4. But I don't know, man. It's rough when I'm used to getting up at 3 or 4.
oh, yeah, it's somebody. Okay, yeah, Eve on Facebook just liked the video. Thank you, Eve.
Nice.
So she's a friend in Connecticut, so she's just watching.
Cool.
So the Pint family representing tonight, and let's see what else. I don't know if I can see the Facebook comments, but anyway, so that I'm really looking forward to having the booth and just
Hmm.
interacting. And I've shared with you, you're on the front line of the news for the Chaplain System Motorpod, but we have two shirts this year, two new designs. I will also have my original design, uh, and just have a little merch for everybody to come by and grab if they want for a low price, and
Yeah,
they're comfortable.
we couldn't go t-shirts to sell because I don't know, just a little pricey. But we got some giveaway stuff, keychains, stickers, stuff like that.
Yeah, I got to think about getting some buttons.
Mm.
I'm gonna try to get some buttons, and that's about really. It was really interesting because I don't know if Hillbilly, he found on Amazon. It's like I can't believe how much you can buy on Amazon,
Hmm.
and it's like custom. You need something for you need a tablecloth for the show, you know, and it was ready in like 48 hours.
Yeah.
And it was just like, might not get here by Father's Day. And I'm like,
That's all right.
yeah, I don't need it by Father's Day.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it's been pretty cool. And yeah, just Robber Bear and Zinks doing the shirts again this year. So it'll be good times. Good times.
Yeah, I should have reached out to them, but we were trying to get shirts. We got shirts for like 12 friends plus us. And it got a little pricey. But that's where
Yeah,
we had to
shirts.
stop this week.
Yeah, shirts get pricey. I purchased more than 12
Yeah.
of each.
Yeah.
A lot more than 12.
Yeah.
I not only do I have to pay for the shirts, I also have to pay to have them shipped to Joefest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Casey, you might be driving home with a wardrobe. But yeah, this is having the booth. I'm gonna, we always every podcast talks about, and very few podcasts actually do record at Joefest.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that maybe, Podcast from the Pit's gonna do something.
We're looking to.
You gonna do something Saturday morning?
That's what I really want to do. I really want to do something Saturday morning because that's our normal time. But we'll have to see what's available, where we can do it from.
Yeah.
Maybe Ed will let us use one of those rooms up there.
Maybe, or maybe you just do it live from the floor. Yeah, because
Well,
I don't know if
it
there's
won't be
power
open at
over
8. Yeah. That's the thing. It won't be open at 8:00.
there. Yeah. Well, we're gonna be talking, I'm sure, from Thursday too.
Yeah.
We'll be sick of each other by Monday morning.
Nah. I mean, all right, we're friends. We talk all year long, but honestly, that's the only 3-4 days we see each other all year. So I think we'll be fine.
Yeah. So yeah, but the I still want to find some more 90s vehicles, but I really want to get the Ghost Striker X16. It's just I just want to. I don't know why it looks really good in person, but it shouldn't. And then what did we see at Dead Media? They had the F-22 jet from
Think
G.I.
so.
Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of that, but that was like a unexpected find from last year, and it's just like, ooh, what do I get?
Yeah, but then you gotta say, how am I gonna get it home?
Well, I have this guy who can put it in his luggage and ship it to me after the show.
It's gonna be me, Matt, and his wife in a small car, so probably doable, but we'll see.
Yeah, one is probably doable. Not like,
Okay.
oh, look, I got this one, this one, this one, this one, this one.
Yeah. Oh, I just got this terror drum, and oh, it's not gonna work.
I got this Defiant.
Oh my goodness.
I got a really good deal on the Defiant. I couldn't pass it up.
Well, it's gonna be your carry-on.
No, the carry-on is the Castle Grayskull, right?
Now, if I do find, I have Castle Grayskull, but if they have a classics version and it's really not expensive, that might have to figure out a way to come home with me because I don't have that one.
Time to invest in a roof rack.
Yeah. I don't even know what car we're taking yet. That's the thing. All I know is we're doing our kickoff, the Joefest show, the night before we leave on Wednesday, 7:00. Then I'm going straight to bed, and I'll get up at 2 and be ready by 3, and that's when we're leaving.
My flight leaves 7:30, so I have to be at the airport by 7. Or no, so you board at 7, which means I need to be at the airport for 6. So that means I need to leave my house at 4. So I got a long morning too.
Yeah, I'll be on the road an hour by then.
Yeah, but I should be at Joefest Thursday about 9:30ish. So probably more like 10.
Yeah. Yeah. We got like a 10, I think it's like 9.25 drive, but with bathroom breaks and food, it'll be more like 11 hours probably.
Well, you got to take bathroom breaks.
Got to.
But yeah, no, it's traveling. Traveling is a necessary evil. You're doing it by car, which sometimes is pretty cool because you never know what. Well, you've been to Joefest now. This is going to be your fifth time,
Hmm.
so you know what you're going to see on the way down. But sometimes road trips, you drive by you know, a greasy spoon or, you know, an antique store, and you just want to, you stop by just to explore. That's
Yeah, we usually don't. We just got we're like, eh, we're so excited to get down there that we just kind of focus. If we got to
okay.
stop and fill up, then we'll go to the restroom, get a snack or something.
Yeah, I traveling with my wife on the road. She likes to stop at all the fancy places, and it's just like, it's just like, oh my god, we don't need to go into. I think the only thing is, if we're driving the road and we drive by a Bucky's, we have to stop at a Bucky's because I've only heard amazing things about it.
Oh, you never been?
Never been to a Bucky's.
Terrible. They're so crowded. I hate it.
Okay,
Bathrooms are clean though. Very important on long trips. If you got to go to Bucky's.
there's one of the busiest McDonald's is in Connecticut, busiest in the United States, and the manager was on like the news, and he said, "What's your secret to being always the busiest McDonald's?" Is like being known for having the cleanest restrooms.
It, it is a must on long trips.
But yeah, no, it's yeah, the half the fun of Joe Fest is the people, and like you said, we haven't seen the panels yet
Mm-mm.
for Joe Fest. So
Looking forward to it, and we'll
yeah,
have to. We'll come up with a system on when we could hit the floor. And, some of us stay back with the booths and hand out merch or whatever we got to do.
and actually the schedule has been posted. Would you like to see the schedule?
I would like to plan my trip.
Just avoid holidays, Wes says for Bucky's. So I'm going to share the screen. Share screen. There we go. Share. Boom. All right. So I brought up the Joe Fest schedule. And let's see how that works. All right. So we have on Friday, June 20th, we have at 5 p.m. a fan film preview of Troublemaker. And then 6 p.m. we got the doors open, closing at 8. And 8 to 9 is Marauder Mayhem. And 9 to 10 is Mythic Legion's Cabal.
Hmm.
So on Saturday, the doors open at 10 a.m. That's 2 hours after Podcast from the Pit goes live.
Hopefully.
So 10 to 11 is the Audible Interlude podcast.
Yeah, they're doing their second or third annual Joefest kickoff podcast. It's always fun.
Yeah, and they do it up in the room, right?
Yeah.
The panel room.
Mm-hmm.
So we got next up is Gem, the 40th anniversary panel with Samantha Newark and Carla Rice from Hasbro. So, and I believe Samantha Newark is the voice of Gem.
I think so.
Yep. 12 to 1, Joe Declassified with Stephen Rice. So that's going to be one to see. They always come up with a great topic. And then this one's going to be mobbed 1 to 2 from the creators of Robot Chicken, bringing toys to life. So we got Seth Green and Matt LaCroix and John Harventine IV. And they have the cleanup crew, the screening of short. So then 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Operation Recall with Carson Metaxas, Larry Hama, Ron Rudat, Mark Pennington, and Doug Hart. So I mean, right now the panels are like there's going to be nobody on the floor.
Yeah. I mean, only one that I have to go to would be the Operation Recall, but I would like to be at the Audible Interlude podcast.
Yep. Then we got Operation Monster Force from 3 to 4. And then from 4 to 5, we have Super 7 with Brian Flynn. So that's cool. So he's going to be more than just the face at the booth.
Mm-hmm.
Then what you brought up on the as yet unreleased but recorded and I'm editing episode. If Gary didn't need to buy a battery today, which turns out he might need to buy a starter tomorrow.
No.
Yeah, Patriot Force USA. So that's the Kickstarter. And basically, it's 6-inch action figures of real military heroes.
Yep.
So, I mean, I can say that, I mean, honestly, with the exception of 11 to 12, Gem, the 40th anniversary panel, like all of these panels are attractive to me. So that's a long day sitting.
Yeah. Like I said, Audible Interlude, Operation Recall, and the Patriot Force would so far is the only ones that I would like to attend. Nothing
So,
against the other ones. It's just there's
yeah,
so
I
much
mean,
stuff to do.
yeah, there is. That's pretty stacked. I'm sorry for
Mm-hmm.
Saturday. That's a stacked to me, that's a stacked panel schedule. 7 to 7:30 is the Collectors Hall of Fame. And then 7:30 to 9 p.m. Roma Collectibles Celebration of Life for Aaron. And then 9 to 11:30 Cold Slither Karaoke. So that's a good time. And then we get Sunday, we have the 11 to 12 Brian Cummings voiceover game, their voiceover play that teaches as we develop basic interest and abilities. Then Bill Nadrov at 12 to 1. And then 1 to 2, the last panel is Talking Joe with special guest Larry Hama.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, those guys, I will admit, they do an amazing job interviewing comics creators.
Mm-hmm. Very, very much so.
So, I mean, so there's your panel list. Now these panels are like they're awesome.
Yeah, I did see Longbow having one though, so I
Yep.
always like to go to theirs.
Yeah, but there are no call sign Longbow. It's going to be Operation Recall.
They're probably tired of the same question. When are the figures coming out?
Yeah, and I think unfortunately that might be mostly what Operation Recall is going to be. I think Carson's trying to be what Hasbro was in '82. He's really doing he's putting a lot of effort, and you can see he's just running around like a lunatic. And that's not his day job.
No.
So I mean he's trying to really run it right, and hit it from a marketing perspective.
Yeah. With Carson, I mean, I've got nothing but respect for him. Super nice guy. Always been nice to me when I talk to him. And I know if he had his way, we'd already have our figures. Same
Yeah.
thing with Longbow. If if they had their way, we would have our figures already.
Hey, you know what? Same thing with what's the Legends of the Hidden Force.
That one hasn't been as long.
Hasn't been as long, but the guys have been very forthcoming with all the issues
Mm-hmm.
of production, and they're kind of moving pretty far along.
Mm-hmm.
So, still, I mean, that's 2 years for Legends of the Hidden Force, and it's, like you said, it's like Was it 3 or 4 years now for the other two?
Feels like 10, but I think it just went over 3 years. So it's just, I mean, we got to be patient and just hope for the best.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's really what it is. And when Call Sign did Rhinestone Toys, did that Skeletron figure,
Hmm.
you know, that that preview of an absolute awesome figure.
Yeah, we got the ghost figure from Coastline Longbow,
So that's right.
and it's just fantastic. And it was out of all the ones I've got, because I went all in, that
Yep.
was my least favorite.
So Wes is asking, do any of these require extra tickets or is it first come first serve? So that's probably in reference to the panels, Wes. I'm gonna say it's kind of first come first serve. They will fit as many people into the panel room as possible. And if you want a chair, it is first come first serve. Some panels are definitely going to be more packed, but um, from the way I collect and the way I enjoy my collection, this is speaking volumes to things that I want to interact with more than just being on the sales floor, which is also fun.
Right. And classes cost money, panels are free.
So, all right, good. Yeah. So, yeah, this is going to be
It's gonna be
this is a
another
good rundown.
Yeah, it's gonna be another great year. Probably the
Yeah,
best. Every year's the best.
every year's the best. Yes. If you thought last year was the best, this year's the best.
This year is gonna be the best. Probably
Yeah.
because Wes is gonna be there, but
Yeah.
that's gonna be a big help.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, your crew's all going down,
Hmm.
so Hillbilly and Matt. What night is the seafood night, Casey?
We
Oh,
usually go Friday night, so yeah, beanies. You like seafood, Gary?
yeah. I love seafood. I just never have it.
Yeah, we're going. We always go Friday. The beamies right across the street, so good.
So we're gonna have to peel ourselves away from. Well, it's Friday, right? So what time do you
Mhm.
go? Do you go after the show,
I
like
want to
eight
say we
o'clock?
go. Yeah, I think so. I think we go right after the show on Friday.
All
Most
right.
most years we go twice. Last year we didn't, but most years we go twice because it's so good.
Yep. Yeah. No, that's yeah. And the goal for this show is for the Chaps Smart Buys trying to do something at night each night,
Yeah.
even if it's like 5 or 10 minutes, just to go live, get people happy that Joefest, just be a way to experience the show without going sometimes.
The hillbilly's going to record on the floor every day.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
And
He
Joe
better get some
Hunter
yeehaws.
and Joe Hunter is going to get our numbers so he can text us if our refrigerators are running.
Yeah, I'll send it over to you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I have your number, Casey.
No, because we just reach out through
Yeah.
Instagram and but yeah, no, you can have it too.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's go.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, this is yeah, it's shaping up. We got our things to look for. Like I said, I haven't that's the first time I looked at the panel list.
Hmm. I didn't think it was
And
up yet.
yeah, and I just last year was a good group of panels. The year before was my first year. I thought that was a great group of panels.
Great year.
Um, and like I'm looking at this, it's just like, oh my god.
I mean, last year we had Toy Kind of Mood, which they're not going to be there this year. That was a good panel. I was hoping Delta 17 would do a panel, but they canceled it because they don't have anything to talk about for uh, Wave 2 yet. So they figured that would be the questions or the Hind. But man, I love hearing them talk about about the 17 because they're just, the passion's there and the proof's there. The figures are amazing.
Yeah. I think there's, you know, not trying to become a Delta 17 podcast, but there's a lot of independence there,
Mm-hmm.
and you just got to be aware that not all some independents are like Call Sign Longbow and Operation Recall. Take, it's a Kickstarter program. You put your money up front and then you wait. But then you have other independents like Delta 17 that are going to launch seemingly out of nowhere,
Mm-hmm.
a product line. And it it's a different way of doing it. And then you got everybody that's in between. It's kind of like going to a comic book convention.
Yeah.
You'll go to an independent creator. You'll be like, oh, look, it's issue 1 of, and I remember there was one book I did for Pint of Comics. Now the Pint was Sons of Yellowstone, and it was after Yellowstone erupted. And it was like, first book was like 1 year, and the next year they had the issue 2, and then nothing for years.
Yeah.
And then I think they finally came out with issue number 3. So there are toy companies like that. So you just got to be aware of that. But I think Joefest brings along people that seem to be, regimented and always trying to bring or offer something new.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I know a couple years ago I bought all of wave 1 of Animals of the Warrior Kingdom AWOC. Great figures. I haven't bought series 2 yet. I might this year. I don't know. It just depends. They go well with like my Masterverse, same size and everything. But Savage Crucible, I've been trying to give them a wide berth because I'm afraid I'll want to buy them because they look really good. I don't want to pick them up.
Yeah.
Same thing with I got a few Mythic Legions, but I sold them because with my addictive personality, I'll just keep buying them, and they're so expensive.
Yeah. It's collecting toys. It's a rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I try to focus on Joe and, and Joe adjacent toy lines, things that can interact. Uh, you know, it's it's just there's a lot of great stuff that's going to be there. A lot of people to talk to. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that's the other good thing about the floor. You know, you can walk around. There was a guy selling plans 1 year for raising your flag. And he was selling the plans, and you could buy it, and then you'd have a step-by-step guide to building your flag up. And then, had a great discussion with him, and he was really nice. And then you go on to the other thing. Then you mostly, just talking to him. And, now with more forums, I guess you could say, this year at Joefest, Ed's branching out. Ed's bringing the media. Ed is, the community. It's going to be, this show is going to be bigger um, in every way.
And speaking of Ed, if I got my dates right, he's going to be on Toy Connection Sunday. So there'll probably be some fantastic Joefest talk there. I'm definitely going to try to catch it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So yeah, Sunday. That'll be it's just wow. Just it's yeah. Oh,
I mean,
so
2 weeks from like right now, in 2 weeks, we'll probably be down by the bar area talking face
yeah,
to face.
with a belly full of fish.
Oh, yeah, because it's Friday. Yep.
Yep. See, I was paying attention.
Yeah. So I'm used to doing this with you on Saturday.
And I know this is going to be
Getting used to, yeah.
but all right. Yeah, so we went over what we're looking for from Joe Fest, talked about
Mm-hmm.
Joe Fest. You want to share anything you got this week, or
I didn't really get a lot. I mean, I got a couple gifts for some friends. but I'll probably show those off in the morning because I don't have them with me right here. And I got one Motu figure, but I haven't opened it yet, or even the box that came in. I haven't opened it yet.
Okay. So I was at I did my toy show on Sunday and made enough money to pay for my flight. So that's what I needed to do. And a couple extra bucks, but that's, neither here nor there, but it paid for my flight, which was the goal. And, went around. I'm rebuying my Devil's Due collection, which is, I don't know if it's foolish or not, but I'm rebuying. I sold it all when Larry Hama came back from IDW, and I was just like, oh, I'm not going to need this.
It
And
was
then
good.
it was really good. That was a stupid decision.
We all make them.
Oh my gosh. Guess who's here? Zazel.
Hey, Zazel.
Zazel on his way to Joefest.
I can't wait, Zazel. 2 weeks.
Can't wait. 2 weeks. He is such a friendly face. Love hanging out. So I'm surprised he didn't get a booth.
He ain't
Hey.
got time for a booth. He's going to be out there throwing out hugs and everything. He's such a good dude.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so I walked around, picked up some comics, Master and Apprentice, and then so I'm walking around. I got a gift for a friend of ours, and then anyone doing Breakfast with Sarge?
I haven't made that decision yet. So I'm leaning towards doing it.
Yeah, Sarge is great dude.
Yes.
Great. That I'm tempted. I'll say I'm tempted.
I'm tempted to.
But yeah, so and then the other thing was so there was a guy selling. I don't know if you can see that, but that is a Secto Viper helmet.
Oh,
So I found this. Say that again?
I need one of those.
So, well, then you're in luck because I bought this because it was cheap in a bin. So,
nice.
Guess what, Casey?
Appreciate it. My Sector Viper does not have that.
I'd rather a friend have it. So that was a mistake because I thought I needed one.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, let me match it up. Nope, I don't need it. I'm like, uh-oh.
That's awesome.
So yeah, there's definitely well, now I gotta go. I guess, we gotta, it's been an hour. It's been a long day. starting with me not being able to start my truck this morning, but it's been
I've got a 1-year-old running me ragged.
Oh, it's the best kind of ragged.
Oh yeah. She's so awesome.
So is she going to make an appearance on your tomorrow morning stream?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if her mom wants her to or not. Her mom's weird about it.
Well, that's fine. You got to respect the mom.
I will.
And so you got your show coming up tomorrow morning. I'm probably going to finish editing our G.I. Joe Real American Hero 314 and 315.
Yes.
So that is, like I said, it's about 2/3 of the way done. And it's all. Thanks for the like, Zazel. And so we're so I think moving forward, Casey and myself, we're going to be doing the live streams the first Friday of the month. And we discovered that 9 p.m. Eastern is not really the best time. So we're going to push it back to 10 p.m. Eastern for the next go around. But because I actually did social media postings about this, we weren't gonna change it.
Yeah, and I let Ronnie know that, wouldn't be able to watch this stream because we're doing this one. He's like, well, you can catch the replay. I'm like, we'll do.
Yes.
It was the funny one that it was called Gingers versus Ninjas.
How do you do that? I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I don't get the. I don't personally. I don't get the whole ginger thing.
He's ginger, so he plays it off.
Yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, he's good. He's another good dude.
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah. Him and Adam
yeah,
both.
yeah, Wes has been going back and forth, and it's hard, you know. I mean, like I said earlier, you have lots of live streams to choose from. I'm so glad you chose ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see. We got so that is Missile 96. We got a few more coming up because 99 will be in July, and Casey and I have a special topic planned for that. We have a special, and the show's pretty much planned through issue 1 or episode Missile 101. And these live streams do not count towards the count. And you know, just keep motoring along, and you know what's going on, and you know, hanging out.
Yeah, we still need to do that Mamba with Wes.
Yes, Mamba is Wes, because you've been asking to do the Mamba for a while, and I keep blowing you off.
The Mamba's cool.
It is. It's really cool. But we got a lot of cool things to cover, and I don't want to be, you know, we got to find time for some of the uncool in quotes, because I like the weird.
Oh,
I like the
Rick's
weird
fine.
stuff. You know, I'm the only reviewer in the history of G.I. Joe reviewers to ever give the Tiger Rat a 3. Not the Tiger Rat. I'm sorry, the Cobra Rat. And if you think the Cobra Rat is the weirdest thing I've reviewed so far, I got one better coming up. And Zazel is down for weird, and I know I love his wrestling show.
Oh yeah,
I love watching it. I love his shorts too. So when it comes up in my YouTube feed, I'm like. Yep. So it gets fed into the algorithm for myself. And yeah, but the weird is good. Weird is fun. And Casey also wants to review. Let's see, you want to review Rise of Cobra? That's on your list of things.
that's pretty cool. Yeah,
And
I like the G.I. Joe movies. I don't care. I like them.
they're not horrible.
They're not how I would have done them, but I'm not a director, so.
Yes, they're not Citizen Kane.
Have you seen
Zazel likes Rise of Cobra. So let me tell you, this should tell you my feelings on Rise of Cobra.
I think it's a good movie. And the second one's even better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the second one is different.
I like it.
Well, I know it's Hillbilly's favorite.
Oh,
Retaliation's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Retaliation is Hillbilly's favorite.
And Wes still never seen Snake Eyes.
Yeah, that one, I watched it recently again for the first time. The game is also fun. The game. Zazel, you're going to have to tell us which one the game is. I'm missing that one.
No,
the Rise of Cobra video game. Oh yeah, that was PlayStation 2 if I remember right. Yeah, I didn't have that. I had the Transformers game from PlayStation 2, and that was pretty good until the point where I got to something I couldn't figure it out, and then I put it down.
Oh, real quick before we go. Was I seeing something, or did they make a Jetfire with the 2 characters from Void Rivals? Is that
yes,
coming
they
out?
did. Yes, they did. So bring that up to share. Void Rivals. Well, Void Rivals. That is the San Diego Comic-Con Jetfire. And I'm bringing it up. There we go. Reddit. Thank you to Google for all the searching tonight. Yep. And I'll just go to share screen. Share screen. And there we go. So, yep. So you got 3 3/4 Lord scale.
That's right.
O-ring figures of Solila and Darok. And then you got a Jetfire.
Now, who's making that? Is
Hasbro.
Hasbro.
So these are reusing parts from the Hasbro O-rings. So you're going to be able to recognize like Zartan's legs and stuff. And that, and Jetfire is a repaint of a Hasbro Takara one. So
So if this does well, will we get a Skuxoid?
I don't want to spoil anything, but Skuxoid just had a Skuxoid only issue of Void Rivals, and that the oh my gosh, it was awesome. I'm sorry, I'm spoiling it, but we're not going to get to it for probably another 3 months.
He's a great
If we
character. He's a great character.
They have done something unique with Skuxoid, and it is I'm so excited. Skuxoid to me is the heart of the Energon universe, and I shouldn't say that, but it totally is for me. The GI Joe is hitting on all cylinders now. Transformers has been barrel rolling through,
Since
and
day
Void
one.
Rivals is just bonkers off the wall. I love it.
Yeah, Void Rivals took a little bit to get going, but it's there.
Yeah. So Zazel would get it if he could. And Zazel, the mobile pit is a fantastic playset. I have one and I don't want it anymore, and nobody wants to buy it from me, and it's boxed. I brought it to the toy show and I just brought it back. I don't know. I've been trying to sell it for about 3-4 years now. It's still never been opened. The boxes started to separate because of humidity when I had it in storage. And I told my dad, I says, one day I'll be at a toy show and I'm just going to open it up and start assembling it at the toy show. Maybe somebody will buy it or not. I'll just take it home. And my wife is like, you get rid of a Dennis Quaid figure? I'm just like, yes. Ooh, Zazel will buy one for the fun stickers alone. Well, if I could pay for another carry-on Zazel to fly it down to Augusta, and then you can figure out how to get it back to Australia. But yeah, no, we got a lot of comics to cover. I think we've been talking about going back to my old format, which was comics and toy in one missile. Just because if we don't do that, we're 7 months behind right now in Energon Universe. And I'm not happy about that because I think we're one of the few podcasts that talks about the entire Energon universe. We're not just Joe or just Transformers, which I've seen. I haven't seen anybody just talking about the thing as a whole. And if Talking Joe's doing that, and I am so far behind on Talking Joe, then somebody can smite me down.
I think they're just doing
the Joe. That's all I've seen.
Joes, yeah.
And for reference, I do not listen to podcasts or watch YouTube videos of topics that I'm going to cover.
Me either. That's why I'm behind on them too, because like we've discussed, I want our opinions to be our opinions.
Yes. And I don't want to be an echo chamber. Wes is saying Joburg was doing it, but they stopped. Yeah. And it's just like, I don't want to sound like Steve or Paul or Robert, three great guys. I'd rather my opinion, as educated or uneducated as it may be, I want it to be my own, because I'll never forget the first Joefest, and the first person I meet was Jason from Order of Battle, and he's like 16 valves per cylinder. You're the only guy that would ever talk about that, and I was just like blown away. It was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. He loves it. He loves it. He does.
Yeah. You gotta be a nerd out of something.
Yep.
And, but yeah, so Casey, you got anything else you want to share?
Tomorrow morning, 8:00, we are doing 2002 Joes. And spoilers, there's some stinkers in that one.
but there's more Joes than what was in 2000. 2000, there's hardly anything to choose from. It's a small
2002,
run.
there's a ton of Joes. Ton. But half
Is
of
that
them were all just kind of deformed.
oh big? Yeah, because that's the beginning of Big Shoulder era.
Yeah, there's like a couple Scarlets in there that make that Ninja Force Scarlet look good.
Yeah, you know what I wouldn't mind picking up at Joefest if we come across it. I wouldn't mind another repaint, which was the Toy Fair 25th anniversary or 30th anniversary of Scarlet and Snake Eyes 2-pack. I wouldn't mind buying another one of those.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's 2000. There's very few Big Shoulder stick characters I like. My favorite one is Meta Viper. That's my favorite Big Shoulder character.
Bomb Strike.
Only O-ring Bomb Strike we've gotten.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you want to talk about characters we're waiting for in classified?
I'd buy her.
Yeah.
I don't buy a lot of classifieds. I think I've got like 12 total. But I would get that one.
So Zazel. I'm just on the lookout for more Street Fighter 2 and Mortal Kombat Joes.
Nice.
Yeah. And didn't Zazel say he's in Japan right now?
I don't know if he's still there or not, but I know he was just there. He might still be there.
Yeah. So he's definitely feeling the martial arts influence in his Joe hunting this vacation season. Yeah. So you in 10 hours you're going to be live.
Yep.
And Casey, have a great show. I will be working because I have to buy a starter now for my truck. Maybe, hopefully not, but I hate to see. I'm not looking forward to that, Bill.
Yeah.
And and then we're going to release a new missile coming out. I think it's Missile 96 will be out next week, if not tomorrow, but most likely next week. And then we got our regular scheduled recordings.
Yep.
And we know what we're doing.
Yep.
So I don't know. I think I've covered everything. We've
gone up. Good.
Yeah, we've walked around Joefest in our minds. And the next time, at least on this show, we will be at Joefest. So with all of that, take care, everybody.
See you at Joefest.